Hello, welcome everybody. I just wanted to acknowledge before I start here my new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining in and your support. I really appreciate you. And of course, I also want to acknowledge my supports, everyone who has been subscribing to me for a while. It really does encourage me to keep going and continuing to try to grow the channel. So let's just jump in here. We are here today for the reading, the energy reading of the week of July 31st to August 6th. We do have a super full moon this week, and that is on August the 1st. So, with that in mind, I will be pulling one card from the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland and some other decks here. So, let's just jump in and get started. We have first row is going to represent where we're at energetically. How are we doing, generally speaking? And then the next row is going to be representing what are we manifesting. We're always manifesting something. We are creator beings. So what is it that we are doing in this time period? And the third row is going to represent message from our guides. What do our guides want us to know right now? What is it that we need to know? And let's carry on here and see what's coming up. Okay, so collectively, where are we at energetically? What is going on? Shock of the new. Oh my goodness. Okay, so instantly I'm feeling with this particular card, we are, you know what the word that comes to me is numb. So instantly I get this feeling that, yeah, we're shocked of the new. There's so many changes happening collectively with us, and each one of us individually, we are becoming new people. We are expressing ourselves newly into the world as we change. And I'm feeling like there's a recalibration of our nervous systems here. How we are perceiving things are changing. So we are, our frequencies are changing. How we are responding to frequencies around us is changing. So it's that feeling of recalibration. We are responding differently to stimulus around us in the world, in the outer world, because we are different within. We have a new understandings, downloads of new information and wisdom coming in. And this is, I'm coming back to, I feel like the frequency, how I'm really tuning into the throat chakra here. So this is, us, how we are stepping into our power, how we are voicing, holding boundaries we didn't before, speaking our truth that we didn't before, and how this is changing. And see the musical instruments here. So talking about the frequencies, right? I'm talking the energetic frequencies and how this is affecting the world around us. And of course, we are all mirrors and everything is energy. So this is everything without and within, without. I hope that makes sense. I just kind of, I'm feel like I'm brushing it under the rug. I'm going to move these a little bit closer. I feel like I'm really far away from you with this camera. There we go. I just wanted to make sure everything was on the table. Okay, so with that in mind, diving a little bit deeper, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is just telling me that, again, I feel like the times are changing. This is a cycle of the planet and all the beings on the planet. And this isn't only humans, but this is all the nature and animal beings and unseen beings that are on higher frequencies that are beyond our physical ability to see. And so I feel like this is just the changing, representing the change and changing times, the wheel of time, the wheel of evolution, and how we are all learning our lessons. And this is just exactly where we are supposed to be. This can also represent in a more earthly sense, in a more grounded sense, just that how our lives are changing, how there's big circumstantial changes within our lives, but this is all part of a bigger picture. So as we are, I feel like some of these changes, actually, for some of us, as I'm feeling into this card a bit more, is that some of them are thrust upon us. We are not wanting the changes. So it does feel like things are out of our hand. There's a little bit out of our control, out of our hand. That there is that feeling too, of feeling like a little bit of free falling. And then there's the other side of this coin too, is that with that higher awareness coming in, that it might appear like that on the surface, but then there's this knowing within on a much deeper level that we are creating that within our lives, because we are forcing ourselves out of our own comfort zones, because that's where the growth happens. So if you've been fired from a job, or you're forced to move, these are things on a deeper level, unconscious level, that you have created for yourself, because you are forcing yourself to dig deep within for the strength and for connection, and asking yourself the bigger questions about where is it that you want to go in your life, and what is it that you want to accomplish. This is getting you off the cycle of the hamster on the wheel, so to speak, and living your life in an unconscious manner, where you're just getting up, going through your day, and going to bed at night, and the unconscious habits too. So this is really about facing, your fears, and becoming aware of what drives you, and how everything is happening for you instead of to you. So it is coming from that, higher perspective. And learning from that. And that, of course, would definitely be a shock of the new. Of course, that would definitely fit in there. So it's showing up differently in the world. So whether you are instigating this yourself, because you are self-empowered and aware of what's going on within you and what drives you, or it has the appearance of this as being forced on you. And, but it's just, a higher aspect of yourself. Saying it's time to wake up and start, take your power back, because we're all very, very powerful beings. So with this next card, we have the Seven of Cups. So this is, I'm really feeling like this is a change of, as I'm getting into this reading a little bit more, I'm feeling that this is really a change of not only how we are in the world and our circumstances, but I'm feeling, of course, they're all related. So, but it's like there's a big changes here happening this week. So there's new endeavors being started. There's and a real feeling of like there's no going back, and there's a feeling of, this has to happen. So again, whether it has the feeling, and this feeling, I should say not a feeling, it's a belief. So if you have the belief that this is being forced upon you, and that you have no choice in the matter, that's not true at all. That is just a perception. That is a belief based on thoughts, repetitive thoughts, that you have about the situation. And then if you dig deeper, you'll find that it's actually beliefs you hold about yourself, that you're powerless. And so it is, this week, it just seems like it's like a wake-up call for a lot of people, and collectively. And it just depends where you are in the spectrum of awareness. And of course, if you're coming here and you're watching this, you are looking for some answers or guidance or direction or confirmation. And so it just really depends on where you are on the spectrum. And we're growing, evolving, and it's just, so the more awareness that you have within your life, and realizing that you are creating this unconsciously or consciously, that's really is what it's coming down to. So I feel like there's a wide spectrum here being addressed. So, to me, this particular card, just coming back to the card, the Seven of Cups. So this is about choices and the directions. So whatever this change is here that we're going through at the beginning of this week, or that we're currently working through collectively it feels like there's some changes that we have to, choices that we have to make, and not really knowing the big picture where this is all leading us to, but what is the next best step, is I feel like there's perhaps um, a relationship, there's a choice about a relationship, there's a choice about, if you um, want to leave some things behind in your life, or if you want to move, or it just seems like there's a lot of things. So this is asking you with those cups, I feel, to really tune into what it is that feels light and feels positive to you, and then choose from there. And choose with awareness, choose with whatever feels the highest, the most positive, the most fun, the most joyous, the most happy. Make the choice from that. And then the 10, or the King of Pentacles at the end of this row, tells me that if you make the choice from there, as you are stepping into more of your own power and awareness, this is all about your life changing. I feel like this is like really, really big life changing stuff. So as you move from there and you make these changes and this growth, then you will, it's showing success to me. It's showing a lot of, what is the word I'm looking for? A lot of a feeling of security. This feels, with the pentacle, very earthly security, that you will, have a beautiful home, or place to call home, that you feel like home, but also it feels like not only physical security, but also spiritual security, emotional security, just that there's a feeling of abundance, and really feeling empowered and confident and supported by the universe. There's all that happening here. There's a lot happening in this particular card. Okay, and then moving on into the week here. So this is, what is it that we're manifesting? What are we creating? The first quarter moon in Capricorn, unleash your kindest self. And this, to me, feels that this is about, this card is telling me that this is about being kind to ourselves. Treat yourself as if you were your own best friend, because really we need to be our own best friends. It is our responsibility, I believe, that we love ourselves first, and that the most important relationship we'll ever have in this lifetime is the one we have with ourselves. And then because it's from there, that foundational relationship, that we can then go out into the world, and we reflect that and on all those around us with kindness, love, respect, compassion. So then we're living from the heart space rather than from a fear-based state. So, but it's got to start with the self. And of course, the moon is, the reflector, right? So this is talking about, and it's a very grounded energy as well. So it's reflecting back to you. How are we treating ourselves? Are you treating yourselves gently, or are you reprimanding and judging yourself, or condemning yourself because you didn't live up to your own ideals or expectations? So really, this moon is calling and inviting us to pay attention to your self-talk, and what are you saying to yourself? And it's time to be your own best friend if you're anything other than that at this time. So this is what we are creating, where we're perhaps beginning to realize that this is, part of our journey, and where we need to go in this little snippet of it. So then we have the Five of Cups. So this card is reflecting, grief and sadness, and this is about things that have ended or are ending, and they don't serve a purpose for you anymore. Something has come to an end, and this is something that was very, very important to you. You identified with this, whatever it was, whether it was a person or a job or a place that you lived, but there was something that you identified with that there is sadness and mourning over. And perhaps this is partly also reflecting of those beliefs and how you're treating yourself. Are you being kind to yourself or not? And are you stuck in a situation and feel like you failed somehow because it didn't work out or it didn't go as planned? But the universe is telling you right over here behind you, you're focusing on the past, or you're focusing on the sadness where there's joy and fulfillment right behind you. All you have to do is shift your awareness. So where is it that you are going to look? What will you allow yourself to experience? Do you want to keep experiencing the heavy and the sadness and that energy of lack or scarcity? Or do you want to shift your focus to the opposite and see what's waiting for you? And I feel like that's what this is calling. But you've got it. There's got to be some compassion and kindness here for yourself, and allow the good stuff to come in. And that's a big key of it. You got to allow it. Feel that worthiness, that you are worthy of that. And so with the Empress card, there, this is a card of feeling. This is a major arcana card here. So this is a theme, and this is like a life theme, and this is right in the middle here. So, if you can do that, if you can shift your focus from, the sadness or the scarcity feeling, and see what the universe has waiting for you, what gifts are right here, right in they're right in your life right now, but you're just not focusing on them. If you can focus on it, this is what is going to bring you that feeling of abundance and fertility, and that anything is possible, and that you are supported and backed by the universe. But this is you, right? You are the universe. We're one, we're connected. So there's all that waiting, which is a beautiful, beautiful energy. But it's just about stepping into the kindness here, and let go of the doubt, let go of the fear, let go of the self-sabotaging. And I feel like that's a little bit of maybe about what this is about too. And with this Page of Swords coming in here, now the Page of Swords is looking towards the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is kind of looking towards the Page of Swords. But the Page of Swords is looking, I feel it's more prevalent that he's looking at this King of Pentacles. And this is because I feel like there's a specific message here. And let me just tune into that for 1 second. Yeah. So I feel like with this particular energy of these changes and stepping into the energy of feeling abundant and supported and secure, I feel like with this Page of Swords, it's telling you that this is like a renewal, that there's a fresh start, there's new belief systems coming in, there is a vibrancy coming into your life with this, and more activity, and just some new beginnings of things, opportunities. I feel like there's some opportunities here, and coming into your experience, into your life. And so I'm feeling like, this week so far is really just about this is what's happening, and it's your choice on how you want to view it. So are you going to, keep repeating patterns, or is this the time that you start digging deeper whatever it might be that's going on? And are you going to start making choices based on what feels right, what feels good, what feels light to you? Because then it's showing a lot of positive things, but there's also showing that there's some limiting tendencies or limiting habits here that could block your way as well. So just moving into the last row here, what is it that our guides want us to know? What do we need to know right now? And this card is Whispers of Mother Earth: creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. So our guides are telling us and inviting us that it is time to start listening to our inner voice, listening to our intuition, connect with nature, sit in meditation, write in your journal, create things, because when we are in a state of creation, we are out of our heads and we are connected to the universe. We're connected to our higher self. We're connected to our guides. We're connected to the creator. And then this is when we get the downloads. This is when we get the messages. This is when the inspirations come that we can utilize in our life. This is being creative. We are creator beings, and this is by allowing ourselves to have the space to have this space of creating, then this is how our lives can carry forward, and how we can start fresh and new and break away from the same old patterns and limiting beliefs and thoughts. And so, but we need to invite these inspirations through being creative and through creating the space itself to allow these to come in, to invite them to come in. So if you haven't done that, I'm feeling like this reading is maybe for someone just, kind of beginning the spiritual path, or who is going through a rite of passage of some sort here. There's something about walking away from an old way of being and to embrace the new. So there are, because with this moon energy and the full moon, the super full moon we're speaking of that's coming this week, it is about releasing. It is about what's being reflected back to you. So it's paying attention to your habits, your thoughts, and what is it that it might be keeping you stuck, or from stepping fully into what it is that you want to do, and that you feel like you can't. Maybe you're feeling blocked in some way. There's that feeling in here as well. And so what is blocking you? There aren't really any blocks other than, um, those darn belief systems, those habits. So it's getting back online and tuning into what drives you. And if it's fears that are driving you, then ask, why am I afraid of this? And recognize, of course, that fear is an illusion, but it's usually based around the unknown, or letting go. Where is your focus? Wherever you focus your energy is, where your life, the direction your life is going to take. So it's, you need to focus it on the positive, focus it somewhere else, somewhere that feels positive and good and exciting. And if there's fear that comes in with that, that's okay. As long as it feels like it's a lighter and it's more expansive, then the fear is okay. Then that's a great signposts that you are stepping into something new, that you are changing and growing. That's where the growth comes. So back to this last row here with the messages from Spirit and what we need to know right now. I feel like with this Five of Pentacles, yeah, there is really a feeling of being disassociated with your own life. That's what I get with this card, that you're not really connected. You've been living somebody else's expectations on your choices and the life you've been leading, and it doesn't really feel like yours. So there is really a feeling of being lost and being disconnected from oneself, and not knowing what direction you want to go. And so that's just a feeling that I have with this card. So it's like, just moving on to the next one, the Strength. So this Spirit is telling me this is how you've been feeling. So to make these changes, two messages here. Okay, I just got another one. I was just going to talk about these changes are going to take courage. But the second message with this is that you are stronger than you think. You can do this. You are a master. You just don't believe it. And there's just, believe in yourself. I just feel like Spirit saying, believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself. And it can take courage to do that. Courage to believe that you can do something. Do it anyways, even if you don't believe it. And then you can go, look what I did. I am amazing. I am courageous because I did it despite the fear. And look what I have accomplished. And this can be about physical things, but this is more about how you're feeling inside things. It's about the hurdles, the interior hurdles, moving through the fears, past the fears, over the fears, understanding, eliminating the fears, eliminating your own blocks, because you are realizing that they're all there to show you something about yourself. They're all reflections, right? Again, talking about that full moon. So finally, the last card of this reading, our guides want us to know that there are amazing opportunities. There is a amazing life waiting for you. There is a life of balance. I feel so many rewards and gifts and happiness and abundance and feelings of gratitude and support and everything good here. And that's what I'm feeling is yours. It's already yours. And it's just a matter of moving in that direction. And how do you move in that direction? That's what this whole reading has been about. So, whatever it is, if it's something specific in your life that you are feeling put out about, then, or if it's your, just a general feeling, this is all talking about, I've already said it, but just, how we have created this for ourselves in order to grow. So asking ourselves a big question. It might seem like things are happening to us or one little piece is happening to us, but remember, everything is connected. Everything, our behaviors, our life situations, or aspects of our situations. It could be a particular thing, like I said, a move or a relationship or a job or an illness, whatever it might be, is here to teach you something about yourself. And it is up to each of us individually to understand, ask the big questions of ourselves of what is the underlying emotion, what is it that drives us. And if we have been feeling that generalized feeling of being disconnected from our lives or ourselves, and start asking yourself the questions about, well, what feels right and where is it that I want to go, and start focusing on the positive things. And shifting that energy from creating the energy of um, beating yourself up over something, and is that based on a belief? Well, address it, okay? Realize that it's false, and shift into that energy of abundance. Be your own best friend. Treat yourself as you would your favorite person in the world, or your favorite pet in the world, and your animal companion. I shouldn't call them pets, our friends, our furry friends, or feathered friends, pets. But our companions, animal companions. And yeah, there can be such a profound shift in the reading this week. So I think that is a lovely message from Spirit. I feel like the reading this week is big changes happening for a lot of us on all different levels. But overall, the energy I feel from Spirit is just, you are loved so much. Like, you have no idea, and you are supported, and you are creating this, and you are powerful. We're all so powerful, and we forget, right? That's part of the journey. We come in and we forget all this, and we're conditioned to believe so many things, and then it's the peeling off, and then we have to remember who we are, and remember that everything is happening for us. Everything is a reminder of who we are, and how we are feeling is our barometer. That's our compass onto the directions we're taking. If it doesn't feel good, then that's what it's telling us. This you don't need to go this way, choose different. Or if you continue, you're going to learn a lot more about yourself. But it's still all love. It's still love, even though it might not feel like it. It's all happening for us. So just have courage. You are so much stronger than you believe you are, and you are loved so much. I feel so much love. So enough about that. I am sorry for rambling, but yeah, it's very, very strong. So whatever it is you're struggling this week, remember, it's temporary. You'll get through it. It's another growing period, right? We're always evolving and growing, and stepping outside of old paradigms. So yeah. So have a amazing week, everybody, and just tap into that strength, and keep looking at all the good stuff. So all the happiness that's out there for you as well. Okay. We'll see you next week. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care, and bye for now.